Hey, welcome back to Sarge Streams. I'm Sarge, and I'm bringing music to the front lines to you guys today. And today we're doing DAX's Eternity. The official music video is 3 minutes and 45 seconds. Obviously, haven't seen it, and it's been so long since we've had DAX on the channel. I told you guys in the a few weeks ago that I was going to kind of circle around to get to some artists I hadn't seen in quite a while, and hey, we're here for it, and it works out because DAX just dropped this. So we're going to jump into this. I hope you guys like it. If you do like it, please go over to DAX's channel and show him any kind of love that you can there, obviously, and anywhere else that you can, support his music, Apple Music, Google Play, on and on and on. Go check him out if you can. And if you like my reactions, please do the same thing for me. 2 disclaimers for you. 1, I'm not a bar breakdown channel, and 2, I'm a reaction channel, so I'm going to stop and talk. If you don't like that, please go see the original on your time without the hate. All right, let's do this. I hope you guys love it. I hope I love it. Let's see what Dax is talking about. Usually he's pretty deep. Dax is pretty lyrical, man. So, I mean, it's just one of those things. Like, he just did that video with Tom McDonald recently. And he, honestly, while I love the flows and stuff that was going on, he was the one that had a lot of the, the content where it really makes you think. So, I mean, this is kind of his lane. So let's see what he's got. Do this.
And when you really examine the concept of eternity, one will find that there is no end. Life after death is a concept humans still don't understand.
I know it hadn't even started, but that's a question within itself. I mean, there's some people that think that, when we die, and that's it, and that's all there is. And then there's some people that think there may be something more, and even if you think there's something more, I'm sure you probably would still probably agree that you don't know what. I mean, because there's books and Bibles and all this other stuff out there, but then again, for your own supposed eyes to see it yourself, I don't think it will do it any justice. But like, again, I don't know. Like many of you, but that's a wild concept. Okay, I like where this is going. Let's go.
How long is eternity? I don't understand. Some say forever, but if it's forever, then when does it come to an end? It's more than a concept, an infinite time that we spend. It confirms that our lives here on earth are a blip of existence and don't make a dent. As we get older.
Wow. He's talking about the length of eternity and how, basically our entire life here, even if you have like a really long life, it's a blip. Why are they handcuffing the kids? I assume that's because, they want to shackle their dreams or hopes or, whatever. I don't know. Maybe not. Maybe it's just the burdens of life and this is the beginning. I don't know. Again, this is all subjective. Another thing that I was thinking the other day is, age is a gift, because not everybody, depending on how old you are, but even then, probably everybody of every age doesn't get to always get to the next, per se level, especially, when you get older. And like, yeah, the thing, you may go gray, you may be a little slower, you may, be a little bit more fragile, etc., in your life compared to, young, spry you. But, the thing that keeps getting sharper and sharper and sharper is your mind. Like your mind, I feel like it never, and I realize this is a different kind of conversation, but I feel like your mind, it constantly is like sharpening iron. It's like your physical abilities leave, but then your mental and what you could do and how you can do it, and like all that comes as you age. But like your youth is where you have all the mobility and the energy, let's call it that. Anyway, let's keep going. This is crazy though. He's already got some symbolism going on.
It creeps in our mind, the thought of the end and beginning of time. The life that we thought that we live doesn't matter, approaching the thought that someday we all die. I get confused when I look in the sky. What is this water hitting my eyes? Maybe the rain is the pain and shame that hits earth when God cries. Okay,
so I see what burdening the children a little bit, because you're school and you got to learn and things like that to a degree. It looks like they're in the video that she's trying to take away the creativity and the dream of better life or whatever the child is dreaming, which is probably innocent and pure, versus you better do your schoolwork. Wow. Okay.
water hitting my eyes. Maybe the rain is the pain and shame that hits earth when God cries. As we get older, we don't care what we did.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of poems and books and describe that basically, you know, when it rains outside, it's because God is crying over something, you know, and it's just like that line there hit. All right, let's keep going.
Not the things we receive, but the things we give. We try to go back to the time we were kids, but those shoes no longer fit. And then we finally realize that everyone dies,
yeah,
but not everyone lives.
Woo!
So I'm taking a chance.
Woo! Think about that. He said everyone dies, but not everyone, you know, lives and then dies, but they're not dying to live. They're not really living their life. And I can speak on that a little bit too, I think, because, you know, and it comes at different times for different people, but like, I feel like there's a point where, you know, you're young and you do your thing, and, you know, sometimes that's not always the smartest things. But like at some point you choose that peace, you know, and instead of having all this reckless energy, you focus in on the peace and like then start like wanting to learn and absorb it, like, because once you start putting the traumas and the dramas and all the other things behind you and just, you know, however that is, once you get to that point and you're like, you know, I'm looking for peace, I got to let go of this baggage, you know, I got to forgive, you know, you don't want to continue to have like that karmic cycle per se, right? Once you let that go and either forgive yourself, the other people, or whatever the situation is, then once you do that, then you feel like, okay, now I can learn, because there's room. There's no room in here because it's all clouded with garbage and things. And then, like, you know, so you get to the learning point, and that's my point of the, you know, dying to live. You get all these experiences, you take them in, you love them, and like you learn from them, and then you can share them positively out to other people. Like, I think that's what he's kind of talking about when he's talking about, you know, how many people are dying to live, is because, you know, there's like stages in your life, and just depends on when you get to these certain stages. But I think everybody kind of figures it out, like I said at the end, and starts realizing, you know, peace is more important than these experiences and these the things I can learn and pass on and teach and be positive about. That's way more important than all this drama and fake friends and garbage and all the other, you know, things that are out there. But anyway, let's keep going.
Living my life in the moment and not in a future that's not in my hands. I'm giving my time to the people who love me for everything that I am. I'm living my life in reality, not for a post that they'll tap when they open the ground.
Wow.
I'm doing whatever it takes. I'm not gonna dwell on my past mistakes. I'm bridging the gap between my dreams and what I see while I'm awake. They say leave.
So he said it right there. He's talking about, you know, he's closing that door, you know, to his past and all the other stuff, so that way he can actually live the dreams. He can feel it, you know, like, because if you're in that mindset of, you know, the traumas and dramas, it's a loop. It's a trauma loop, and you feel that pain over and over and over. You don't have any room for any other experiences, and not only that, but you're stuck in this one, so you can't even get out of that, you know, until you figure that out. And like, I get it. And then you see these people out here, you know, trying to show off their nice cars. This person over here is, you know, he's homeless and she's trying to, you know, make a buck off of her generosity, but that's fake. Wow, man, it's crazy. All right, let's keep going.
Leave it up to fate, while fate favors those who take. Because if eternity's forever and all this is temporary, why wait?
Woo! Yeah.
Humanity's lost. We obsess the price of material things, but at what cost? Then treat time like currency and spend it for applause, because we think that life is just a game we can turn on and off. We build, we break, renew, replace. We 9 to 5 and count the days for 40 years till 65, then live off what our pension pays. We fall in line as mental slaves. Our bodies work, our minds are caged, and that's why people say the richest place you'll find is at the graves full of hopes and dreams.
Wow, man. Yeah, see, that's exactly what I'm talking about. Your whole, like, all that he's talking about at the grave with your hopes and dreams is, I think, is what he's getting ready to say there. And it's like, but it is, man. You're in a mental, like, you know, not everybody. Well, I think everybody to a degree kind of experiences this, because it just depends. You know, obviously I can't speak for you, but I can speak for me. And I'll say this, you know, in my 20s, you know, even into probably all the way up to my 40s, I won't sit there and pretend like you know, and even then, all my decisions aren't always going to be perfect, but like I've learned so much from all those younger years, you know, and it's like, I guess the point is like, you know, you go, like, we're so busy rushing into um life. Well, when you're younger, think about it. I wish I was this age so I could do this. I wish I was that age so I could do this, you know, whether it's driving or, you know, get your license to drive, or you can vote now, or, you know, here now you're the legal age to drink, or, you know, those type things. And, you know, or I wish I was in high school, or I wish I was in middle school, or wish I was in college, or, you know, we get to wishing our lives away. We get to rushing into it. And then all of a sudden a bunch of stuff happens to us, plus whatever may have happened in your own childhood, and it's a ball of confusion, and some people figure it out better than others. And you know, it's just like, otherwise you're stuck in this, what we're looking at here, I guess, would be the mental prison of home, and like, you know, creativity and like all these, I don't know, anyway, and you figure it out eventually is my point. And then, you know, you get into the point where you can learn, you can love, and you can open up, and you can let go of all that stuff. That by itself is, you know, a release as it is, you know, ultimately, you know, the traumas and things. So that way, then you can do all that alone is the justification to do that. You know, let go of all the stuff, you know, forgive all those people in the past. I'm not saying forget it. I'm saying forgive them and get over that stuff. So that way, then you have more room in your body, mind, soul, whatever you want to call it, where you're accepting love and positivity and positive things in your life. And then you know, it's like a mirror, like the universe in a way, you know, manifest it or something. You know, it's like, if you want positivity, then you got to believe it and act it, be it, you know, it's speak it into existence, whatever you got to say, whatever your mantra is. But I mean, that's what he's basically, you know, driving at. But all the same, let's get back to it.
And that's why people say the richest place you'll find is at the graves, full of hopes and dreams.
Yeah.
That people never chased, full of feelings that we felt but never got to say. All the thoughts inside our heads that we kept stored and locked away. As our age increased and we got old and everything decayed. And when we finally realized that our whole lives was not a game, and that time was a commodity that we could not regain, and that we were in control and there was no one.
That's what I'm trying to tell you, is the sooner that you get on the path that he's talking about, that I'm just elaborating on, and you can, you know, start actually living your life, the better. Because again, the youth portion of your life, it will be over at some point. And it's like, hopefully you figure it out well before then. So that way you can actually, you know, not have squandered your entire youth, obviously, you know, and learn from it. But then at the same time, have a long middle age and old age, hopefully, life, and where you can focus on giving it all back. And now you're looking at, he was showing a picture of her as she was older, looking in the mirror, still seeing sort of younger her. And now I think, I don't know if this is like Alzheimer's or if this is like a cancer or something that he's pointing out, which again, he's talking about the commodity of your life and in the younger age, you know, because of whatever this diagnosis is now, maybe that's going to hinder her. We'll find out here in a second. But like, he's like, basically he's just saying, hey, stop playing with your life like it's a game. Realize, you know, wake up hopefully sooner than a lot of us, and then enjoy it while you have it. Wow. Crazy.
That we could not regain, and that we were in control and there was no one else to blame, is the day that we change. It's eternity, no way, no way. Eternity, no way, no way.
I like this.
Eternity, no way. Eternity, no way. It's eternity, no way. It's eternity, no way. It's eternity, no way.
I didn't see this coming. I know I've talked quite a bit on this one. I'm sorry, but like, this is a more lengthy subject to actually expand upon. You know, I mean, sometimes I can't relate or not necessarily understand the message, or, you know, it's not my place to talk about as much. But like, you know, when it comes to things like this, I can talk about it because we've all been there. Like, you know, everybody can kind of add a little bit of 2 cents to it. But anyway, I apologize for the long rants, I guess. like the pop feel.
What are you doing with your time? What is your definition of happiness?
Whoa.
Are you giving more than you're taking? And finally, if it were to all end right now, what are you holding on to that you need to let the world see?
Wow. Powerful. Powerful. I mean, honestly, if you really think about it, and he's right. You know, what are you holding on to? If it ended all right now, you know, let's drop the facades and social medias and all these other things and whatever. Like, are you giving your all? Think about it. Are you giving your all? Are you being the best human being that you could possibly be? Are you letting go of the traumas and things now in order to gain all the love and positive and optimistic so you can give it back out? I mean, like, that's really what I feel like kind of life is. You learn from a bunch of stuff, you know, and it's crazy. Some people have it a lot worse. Some people have it a lot better, but everybody goes through it, a lot of stuff. Life's difficult, as we all know. With that being said, hey, look, this is it's all subjective. There's a lot of different meanings in there. He had a lot of good things that he said in there, bars, etc., you know, and I just appreciate you guys rocking with me. Thank you for coming back. We'll have to do some more DAX. If you know of some more DAX that you want me to react to, by all means, please put it in the comments down below. With that being said, also go over to Dax's channel and show him some love. I've been Sarge. Eat well. Be safe. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye, guys.